Hi, I'm here today with Brian Safdari from College Planning Experts. Brian's company does amazing things to help kids get into the colleges that they dream about. Brian, tell me a little bit about your company.
Sure.
How'd you get started, and what kinds of things do you do for families?
Cool. For us, what's cool is we like to take families right in the 9th grade or 10th grade and start really thinking about what it takes to get in. The biggest mistake is starting late. And what we realized is in the high schools, it's very hard to get that one-on-one attention. And by the time the students think about college, they might be too late on the requirements to get accepted. So the 3 things we do really best is helping the students find their careers, their passions, things that they don't know how to do. That's an important piece because a lot of students and parents say, how do I get my students motivated? How does the student know what they want to do? That's because they haven't had the right tools or the right expertise or someone to help them. So helping them find the right schools, the majors, colleges, and what it takes to get in, that's a process. We call that pillar number 1, getting into college. Number 2, that parents love the most is the free money, right? Everybody wants the free money. So how do you get free money? How do you get grants and scholarships no matter what your income level is? How can you send your child paying wholesale? So we call that financial aid. There's a lot of overwhelming process around that. And then the third thing is, how do you pay for the college cost without messing up your retirement or your lifestyle or going plain broke? So funding is a huge part. Cash flow comes in the picture. Parents are thinking about the 3 big goals in their life. When I started working with families, I didn't realize this, but what I heard over 12 years now, since 2004 I started this, I realized that parents, they have 3 big goals in their life. It's paying college, paying off their house, and not running out of money for retirement. Those are the 3 big goals that I hear in the funding stage. So how do we get the kids in, get free money, and fund it? So that's pretty much what we do.
That sounds exciting. That sounds very exciting, and I know you've helped a lot of families over the years.
Yeah.
Tell me this, if you could list 2 or 3 things that really differentiate your company from others that say they're in the same kind of business, what can you tell us?
Sure. I think the number 1 thing would be the passion and the experience. Anybody, I think, once you go through any process, riding a bike takes a process to learn, get on the bike, and you have to fall. You can watch all the videos in the world. You can talk to as many people if you've never ridden a bike. You're gonna fall. You have to go through that falling stage to get back up to finally realize what you're doing. Same with college planning. Anybody can go through this process. Anybody can go through it once, twice, or talk to someone that's gone through it. But the question is, you're gonna fall, make mistakes, but those mistakes are very, very expensive. Today's college cost has increased over 500% since 1981. It's a very expensive mistake to make if you're doing it on your own. Number 2 is if you're doing this with any counselor, educational counselor, anyone that's in the education field, they have some knowledge. But what makes us very unique and different is I have a story myself, and I went through this. I made mistakes. I got myself in over $53,000 in debt. I went to a state school. When I graduated, I found out I could have actually gone to Duke or North Carolina University for cheaper than going to Cal State Northridge. And when I found out I could have gone to a private school for cheaper, the learning lessons and the mistakes I made are the biggest lessons others can learn. And we learn more from our own mistakes and other families' mistakes. So we have over a decade of experience working with over 7,500 families. So that experience, that mastery in this field alone, it's hard to quantify that, to tell someone what we're doing different than what they might think they're doing. It's that saying, you don't know what you don't know until you know it.
It's true.
So that experience is really important. The passion, because we've been there, done it, and we're still doing it. I made the mistakes. I've seen families make mistakes, and now we have former admissions officers, financial aid officers, and our staff are amazing to work with, and they're not just good people, but they actually have a master's degree in counseling and educational counseling, which is different than just a general counseling degree. So there's a lot to that when you're just working with an average individual that might help you get through the process versus someone that actually can get you into better schools, you get better jobs, you get paid more income out of the right colleges, you go into the right passion in the field, and you pay less than what you would have paid by doing it yourself. So the amount of savings are literally 6 figures or more if you're doing this the right way.
Do you work with families all over the LA area, or are there particular regions that you concentrate on?
Good question. Over the past couple years, we've been blessed to have so much referrals now, over 600 active clients and 7,500 families. We get a ton of referrals now all over the country. So I have clients in Montana, I have clients in New York, I have clients in the Philippines and China wanting to come to the US. We are now international based, and every family that's not close proximity to our office, we do it through Skype and GoToMeeting. So with the use of technology today, everybody knows how to click a button, get on their phone, and we can Skype no matter where they're at in the world, and we can still get them the same results versus a family that's sitting face to face in my office. So we literally now have the entire country open, and we can serve anybody no matter where they're at.
That sounds terrific. Brian, thank you very much. We're going to put the phone number in the email, and look forward to all of our clients with high school age kids, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, even 12th graders. Get in touch with Brian and his team.
Great. Thank you.
Sound good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.